Good morning. How are you?
Good morning. I'm all right, Gemma. Thank you. How are you?
Good. I'm good, thank you. So as everyone already knows, I'm Gemma, the Infant Feeding Service Manager for Henry here in Blackpool with the Infant and Young Child Feeding Service. So on this lovely sunny Tuesday, I have Jools Morgan. I'll let Jools introduce herself a little bit more. Over to you,
Good morning. I'm Jools Morgan-Jones. I'm the manager at Central Library, right in the middle of Blackpool. And we are looking forward to having more babies in as we possibly can. We like babies. They're good.
We like children too.
But, you've got to have them as babies to be able to have them as grown-ups, haven't you? Do you know what I mean? So.
Exactly. The very lovely Jools is joining me today, just so that we can talk a little bit more about our face-to-face service, which we're so excited about. Henry, the Infant Feeding Service, have teamed up with Jools and her team over at the Central Library to start offering some face-to-face book support with any of your feeding issues, be that feed problems with breastfeeding, bottle feeding, the starting solids journey, wherever you are on your journey. And there are 5 appointment slots every week on a Wednesday from 10 until 1:30. And we're really excited about this. So, Jools, do you want to tell everybody a little bit more about the library and the space and some of the housekeeping first, I guess? Let's cover some of the housekeeping.
Okay. Well, after the announcement yesterday, we're rolling with the same safety measures that we've been rolling with all the way through, really. You'll need to wear a mask unless you have a medical exemption. There are hand sanitizers at the door that everybody must use. That's our red line. If you don't sanitize your hands, you can't come in. If people, obviously we appreciate people have eczema and that kind of thing. Mm-hmm. We've got non-alcoholic wipes if people want to do that, but everybody must cleanse their hands before they come in. And then we sign for test and trace. There is a ramp at the front door, just over to the right. So people with buggies can come around there and don't have to go try and haul in a buggy up the steps. This is a Carnegie library. So all Carnegie libraries were built with steps at the front door, either outside or inside, to symbolize the elevation of the self from the mundane of ordinary life to the sublime of self-education and furthering your ambitions and that kind of thing. So there's steps, but we've gone round them with a ramp. So you'll be fine if you've got a buggy.
It's really easy to get in, isn't it? That was one of the lovely things that Vicky and I noticed when we came to meet with you, that it's great. It's got great access in and out, hasn't it? It just flows lovely.
Yeah. I think we can even manage perhaps to get a double buggy around that corner. I haven't tested that out yet, but if somebody wants to come with 2 babies,
yes, please do comment if that is possible, everyone.
Please let me know. Yeah, we don't shush in libraries anymore. We haven't shushed in libraries for about 30 years. So if your little one comes in and they're having one of those moments, that's perfectly fine. Please don't worry about coming in here with a crying baby or having a crying baby while you're in here. You'll probably get half a dozen of us all going around going, oh, hello, and trying to calm the baby down, because we love babies, they're just so cute. And when they get to be little toddly people, oh my word, well, just keep your eye on your child, that's all, because they may well be pinched and taken over to the children's library and have stories read to them, whether they like it or not, So we're running a one-way system at the moment. So when you come in the front door, we're going to have the lovely Henry and Sling Library people down over under the brain, which I know sounds a bit of a strange thing, but our windows here are beautiful. And one of our windows symbolizes curiosity. And that's where we're going to have the lovely Sling Library and Henry people. So we're going to put you under there because it's round the back. You're fairly quiet there. If you need to feed, it's going to be okay. There's going to be a screen up, that kind of thing. So you've got a bit of space there to be able to do that with loads of room for buggies and stuff. So you'll be fine. And then when you leave, we would like you to leave via what used to be the cafe entrance. And again, there's a ramp to go down there to your smooth entrance, a smooth exit out of the door, down the ramp and back out onto Queen Street to where the bus stops are. So we're really accessible for anybody who comes in a car. There's a car park next to the Grundy. Anybody comes on the bus, there's bus stops right outside. So come in and know us better.
It's just so close to everything, isn't it, Jools?
Yeah, that's why it's called Central.
It's such a lovely venue. It's beautiful.
We We think so.
I'm really excited about it.
Me too.
As Jules was saying, I know people may be worried about the sessions being in the library, but we have thought of all that, haven't we? We're making sure that we've got the appropriate chairs and things so that you guys are comfortable. We've bought screens to be able to offer that privacy that we need. Equally, as Jules said, everyone's welcome, and if you have got siblings and little babies and toddlers, bring them. You know, we want to support you, and actually there'll be people around to help with second children, first children, third children. We just
43rd children.
Yeah. I'm sure there'll be some little books around to entertain.
While they're here, they could join the library if they're not already members of the library. One of the delights of having a little one is they can hold a library card in their own right from the moment they're born. So if you want to call in on your way home from hospital, not that anybody would, but if they wanted to, they could join the library then. It's free to join, it's free to use. You can borrow 14 items at a time, take them home, use them. We don't do fines anymore. We haven't done fines for little ones forever, but we haven't done fines for adults since 2019. So the books will automatically renew 3 times before we need to see them again. You've got them out on a 3-week loan to start with. So you can have the books for three times that, so that's 9 weeks. Pop them back to us. If a little one under the age of 5 has been playing with a book and destroys it, you're not going to be charged for that, okay? It's fine. If they're over 5, maybe, we'll see. Normally scoot it under the radar. Adults, obviously, are expected to be responsible, but, so they can join it for free, they can use it for free. Once because we've got a very exciting building project going on here at Central Library. Once we've got that completed, we're going to be looking at running family weekends, sessions at the weekend. We already offer a digital rhyme time on a Thursday morning on Facebook Live on Blackpool Library's Facebook page. That again is free, 10:30. It's either myself or the lovely Amanda, and you'll get stories, you'll get songs, you'll get puppets. It'll be half an hour where you can just sit with a cup of tea, sit with your little one and just go, if you want to, perfectly fine.
Reading's just so good for those tiny minds though, isn't it?
Exactly. The more if children are read to between the age of birth to 5, they're more ready.
Even antenatally, preconceptually, it's really great to connect with your baby and read those favourite stories to your bump.
Read the stories that you loved when you were a child. Come in and borrow them from us, and then you can lie there and rub your bump and read the story. Your voice is your child's best song. They love your voice more than anything else. You will notice that when they're born. They will calm down around you better than they will calm down around anybody else, because they feel safe there, because they have been safe with you for 9 months while they were growing, and then if children are ready to, they will calm like this. They have better ability to concentrate. They hear more words. I mean, how often during the day do you use the word Tyrannosaurus Rex or Vikings underpants or whatever, The more word sounds that they hear, the more able they are to learn them and to get the muscle movement around that enables them to say these things. They become more able to communicate, less frustrated, which then calms down those terrible twos, because they can tell you what they want. Instead of not being able to verbalize that, they can tell you. It makes life easier for them and easier for you, And all it takes is 10 minutes in the evening or 10 minutes in the afternoon. Sit there with a book. Read to your little one. It's a fantastic bonding experience. They're there, they're safe, they're held with you, and they read this book. Now, you might get the thing, exactly. You might get the thing where they want the same one night after night after night after night. And for us, that can be really boring. But for a little one, when you consider it, life is an unusual thing when you're a little person. You can fall asleep in one place and wake up somewhere completely different. You can fall asleep in your buggy going through the Hounds Hill Centre and wake up in Auntie Doris's house halfway across Blackpool. Now imagine that as adults. If you went to sleep in one place and woke up somewhere else, how discombobulating would that be, But in a book, they know what's coming. They know what's going to be on the next page. They're safe in that story. And yes, it might be repetitive for us, but for them, that's security. And that's what they learn. So books are a safe space. Children who read for pleasure, people, adults who read for pleasure, are better able to cope with the stresses and strains of daily life. They're better able to problem solve, better able to communicate. You know, libraries gave us power. And that's the truth of it. Libraries gave the working man the power to be able to stand up for things like a decent working week, annual leave, sick pay, that kind of thing. If you can articulate what you want and articulate it in a manner that is clear and is concise, it's very much more difficult for people in authority to say, oh, actually, I don't think you're ready for that kind of responsibility. Yes, we were. We just needed the words to be able to do that. And that's what libraries gave us. And that's what we need to be able to give to our small people so that they can move into these jobs that aren't even invented yet, that our children are going to be doing. And they'll need that
diverse world now, aren't we? I mean,
exactly. You know, I mean, the Queen's platinum anniversary is coming up next year. That's 70 years. Look what's changed in that time.
I know.
You know, look what's changed since I was a child. Look what's changed since you. I mean, you're a baby, Gemma, but I mean, you know.
I wish I was.
And I mean, you know, we didn't have, I mean, these little flashy boxes that we've all got, they weren't possible then. They weren't possible when I was a child.
You can read a book on one of those now. Who'd have thought that when I was 6?
No, I mean, if you can't get to the library, we've got an e-book catalogue and we've got e-audio books. E-audio books are phenomenal. If you've got a big pile of ironing or a long car journey to go through, e-audio books, download them for free onto your phone, plug them into headphones or whatever, switch it on, done. The Libby app is what we use. You can use that with your Blackpool Library cards. Free to download, free to use. You get the books or the audio books for 3 weeks. We've got children's books on there. We've got adults books on there. We've got audio books. There are magazines, like the big magazines, like things like Good Housekeeping, BBC Food, every subject you could possibly hope for, from astronomy to zoology and everywhere in between. Everything like New Scientist, National Geographic, these things that would cost you stupid amounts of money, you know? The craft ones, all of your knitting ones, your crochet, your card making, absolutely anything you could possibly hope for. All the magazines are on there. The newspapers are on there too.
I wish I'd done that. Well, I think I'm registering tomorrow, Jools.
Me a fortune. I can recommend Rugby World. It's amazing. I'm Welsh. It does that thing for me. But, you know, so these are the kinds of things that we've got on offer for free that people just don't know about.
Well, I certainly didn't know, so thank you for telling me that. Definitely have a registration form out on the desk for me in the morning.
Oh, absolutely. You know, absolutely. And you can join up everybody in a family if you want to. So everybody's got their own cards, and you can take your books home, bring them back. And if you take them out here, and this wouldn't be your normal library because it's maybe not the one closest to you, you can drop them off at any of our other libraries. Once you're a member in one library in Blackpool, you're a member throughout Blackpool, and you can pick up and drop off from anywhere in those 8 libraries. Mearside's not quite open yet, but, you know, soon, fingers, toes, and eyes crossed. And then, you know, you can do that. You can pick up books from anywhere you like. You can order books from anywhere you like. If you're reading a series, we haven't got them here. We don't do reservation charges anymore. It used to be it cost you 70p. It doesn't do that anymore. We're trying to eliminate all the barriers.
All the barriers, yeah.
Do, you know, because it's. I think we've recognised that, haven't we, over this last 15, 16 months, that reading allows you to go somewhere else when you have to stay where you are.
Mm-hmm.
And if here and now is too much for you, put your head in a book. Go to the Wind in the Willows world. Go to Narnia. Go to wherever it is that you're reading about space with, you know, various different things. Go to a fantasy world where they've got dragons. I'd go to a fantasy world where they've got dragons, given the option, you know. So why not? Just take yourself somewhere else for a little while. Give yourself that break. Allow yourself to just be somewhere and be someone that you aren't now. And then when you come back to here, you will be better for it, believe me.
My little boys, typically being boys, are into Tom Fletcher at the moment, the dinosaur that food Christmas, and
they're amazing.
Alien in my book, and all of those, because they're funny. We really like There's a Witch in my book, and we're like getting our fingers out and doing wizardy this, wizardy that, witchy this, witchy that, turn the witch into a cat. Love that one.
Yeah, it's brilliant. The picture books are phenomenal. I can personally recommend picture books. They are so much fun. They really are. And a lot of them work on two levels. They'll work for the child, but then they'll also work for us as adults as well, because the authors have recognized the fact that if the adults are engaged in the book, they'll present it better to the child. And that's the trick, really, to choosing picture books. Choose a book that you enjoy. And then when you take that home and you read it to your little one, you'll present it better as a result. Do the voices, do all of the silly stuff that you do. And you know what? If you make mistakes with the words, they'll never know.
I tried to be Daddy Pig last night. And Pepper, Daddy!
I love that. It's amazing. I will never forget scaring the daylights out of an entire class of children. I used to work in a library authority in Wales before I came here. And I had this class visit in front of me, and I had the twits. And the first thing Mr. Twit says, and I did the voices because I thought, well, I'll do the voices, that'll be fine. And he just went, "You disgusting old hack," like this. And this whole front row went like that. I thought, maybe we won't carry on in quite such a volume in the future. I had to kind of tone it down a bit after that. But you'll know what your child is able, to take, and what they'll find funny, and what they'll find a bit scary, and that kind of stuff. So your choice is the best choice. We'll help you every time. We will help you to find books, but your choice is the best choice for your little one.
Definitely. I guess so. Let's round up. So tomorrow, Wednesday, every Wednesday, Henry will be at the Central Library with the very lovely Jools and her team. And then once a month, Kelly Neal from Blackpool and Feld and Wire Coast. I always say that back to front, I always say Wild and Fire.
Wild and Fire, I'm exactly the same.
It just comes out.
Where do you live? I live in Wild and Fire,
But anyway, back to that. Kelly Neal from the Sling Library will be joining us once a month as well. So, we'll be a one-stop shop. Exactly. So, contact us on the Henry Helpline to book in for your appointment, or contact us via Facebook, Instagram, whichever is the easiest way, and we will find an appointment to suit you. If we can't, then we can look at other ways to help support you. But why not come and join up with the library, come and get some extra support, come and find a sling that might help you. The opportunities are endless.
Absolutely.
So every Wednesday between 10 and 1:30 at the library. In summary, hand gels are a must unless you have any health issues, then equally we can support with that. Signing in and masks. Drop a comment in the comments if you manage to get a double pushchair up the ramp.
Yeah, please do let me know. If you can get a double buggy up there, let me know, please. We've got people coming up on those, those great big Tutuma scoots that look like Harley Davidsons, but they're not quite. Yeah, we've got a gentleman that comes in one of those. But if you can get a double buggy around that corner, I'd be really interested to know. That'd be lovely.
So I guess that's our challenge then.
Yeah.
The first mum to get a double pushchair up the ramp gets a book.
It's a round of applause and a gold star.
Definitely, I'll provide the star.
Good girl.
I will leave it at the front desk.
So hold you to that now.
Okay, that's fine. I will get a big one. Thank you so much for coming and joining me this morning, Jools. And if any of you would like any more information about the library, please pop some comments in there. We'll have some library joining information with us. Do we still get book start packs, Jools?
Yes, there are still book start packs. If you haven't had your book start pack, let us know. We have book start packs here, and then you can come along and get one of those. That'd be fine. And then when you can join the library online as well, actually, if you don't feel like handling a paper form, because not everybody's comfortable with that in these days, you can join online and we'll post your card out to you. So even if you can't get to us for however long, join online, we'll post your card out. You can use the Libby app. You can do it all from home if you want to. Because not everybody's comfortable with coming into big spaces at the moment, and I can fully empathise with that.
Yes.
So just do it the way that's best for you. It's the easiest thing to do, isn't it?
I know sometimes data and things are a problem Jules, just remind me, is there Wi-Fi in the
Wi-Fi
library?
in the library. It's free to join. It's wireless Blackpool. So when you come on in, log up to the Wi-Fi. You can do it there. You can sit. At the moment we have to kind of limit people to 45 minutes in the building because of current regulations. But you can do that in 45 minutes. And if I remember rightly, don't tell anyone this. This is our secret. If you stand outside the door, it works there too. Shh. Okay.
Connect to the world by the library.
I know.
But please, any other problems, we're more than happy to help you as well. So, come along, come and say hello, come and get some support. And we look forward to seeing you.
So do we. It's going to be good fun. We'll see you soon.
If there is anything else that you would like us to do on our live sessions, then please do. Next week, we have the connectors from the Better Start Connectors. We've got Emma and Simone coming to say hello. We're going to chat a little bit about vitamins and about the connector service and the new parent packs. So please come and join us next week. Jules, please feel free to come say hi as well.
I can possibly manage it.
Thank you so much, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow and speak to you all soon. Take care.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye now.